Welcome to Concrete Block, the podcast where we break down the latest news and current events. I'm your host, Walter. Today, we're looking at a significant development in international relations as the United States has lifted sanctions on Venezuela's acting president, Delcy Rodríguez. This move comes after U.S. forces abducted her predecessor, Nicolás Maduro, and his wife in January, who are now facing charges of alleged drug trafficking in New York. The lifting of these sanctions allows Rodríguez to work more freely with U.S. companies and investors, potentially paving the way for improved relations between the two countries. Rodríguez had been sanctioned by the U.S. in 2018 during President Trump's first term due to her alleged role in undermining democracy in Venezuela. However, the current administration has chosen to engage with her as part of its plan to stabilize and open up the Venezuelan economy. This shift in policy has sparked mixed reactions, with some seeing it as a pragmatic move to encourage economic reform and others criticizing it as a betrayal of democratic principles. The situation is further complicated by the fact that Maduro is still legally recognized as Venezuela's president, despite his current detention in the U.S. As we delve deeper into this story, it's essential to consider the broader implications for both countries and the region as a whole. We'll be examining the potential consequences of this new direction in US-Venezuelan relations and what it might mean for the future of Venezuela's political and economic landscape. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Concrete Block. Welcome back to Concrete Block. We're diving into the ongoing conflict between the U.S. and Iran, where President Trump has vowed to continue attacks on the country, bringing them back to the Stone Ages in the next 2 to 3 weeks. This statement has sparked concerns about the escalating situation and its impact on global oil prices. According to recent reports, Trump stated that the U.S. will hit Iran extremely hard in the short term without providing clear details on negotiations or a path to end the supply disruptions that have sent energy prices soaring. The price of oil has already spiked, with Brent crude jumping 7.4% to $108.69 and U.S. crude rising 7.1% to $107.24 a barrel. The conflict has also led to a surge in gas prices, with the average cost exceeding $4 a gallon for the first time since 2022. Analysts warn that these high fuel costs will likely trickle into groceries as businesses face increasing transportation and packaging costs. It's essential to consider the perspectives of all parties involved and the potential consequences of this conflict. While some argue that the U.S. needs to take a strong stance against Iran, others believe that diplomacy and negotiation are crucial to resolving the issue peacefully. As the situation continues to unfold, it's crucial to stay informed and consider multiple sources to form a well-rounded understanding of the events. We'll be keeping a close eye on developments and providing updates as more information becomes available. Welcome back to Concrete Block. Today, we're diving into a complex and thought-provoking topic that has been making headlines in recent times. The appointment of RFK Jr. as the head of the Department of Health and Human Services has sparked intense debate and controversy. As we explore this story, it's essential to approach it with a fair and balanced perspective, considering multiple viewpoints and avoiding any bias. RFK Jr.'s tenure at HHS has been marked by significant changes and challenges. The cancellation of $500 million in contracts for the mRNA vaccine platform, which was crucial for Operation Warp Speed, has raised concerns among medical professionals and experts. Additionally, the appointment of new members to the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, ACIP, has been criticized for potential conflicts of interest. A federal judge recently declared the RFK-appointed ACIP panel illegal, citing a lack of meaningful experience in vaccines among its members and failure to meet the legal standard for a balanced committee. This decision has voided the panel's policy decisions over the past year, leaving American vaccine policy in a state of uncertainty. The impact of these changes is far-reaching, with doctors and patients unclear about who is eligible for COVID shots and who needs a prescription for the vaccine. The lack of clarity has led to concerns that people may be denied access to essential vaccines. It's also worth noting that RFK Jr.'s personal life and associations have been subject to scrutiny. His relationship with journalist Olivia Nuzzi, who wrote about their encounter in her memoir American Canto, has raised eyebrows. Nuzzi's writing offers a unique glimpse into RFK Jr.'s personality and thought process, including his concerns about his brain being invaded by a worm. As we reflect on this story, it's essential to consider the broader implications of RFK Jr.'s leadership at HHS. The transformation of Maha David into MAGA Goliath, as proclaimed at the Rescue the Republic event, may not be the most effective or healthy path forward. In fact, the biblical story of David's rise to power is marked by turmoil, conflict, and personal struggles. Perhaps it's time for RFK Jr. to take a step back and reevaluate his approach to leading the Department of Health and Human Services. By considering multiple perspectives and prioritizing the well-being of the American people, we can work towards creating a healthier and more informed society. That's all for today's Concrete Block. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay informed.